Today, Kevin is going to work this Metal Earth Iconics. This is the Peacock, and I can't wait to see this one because the macaw parrot that he worked a little while ago is absolutely beautiful, and it's huge. So this one looks like it's going to be even bigger because the tail is the tail feathers are so long. So yeah, I even had to put that one in a special spot on the mantle. I'll have to show you where I put the other one because I'll probably have to put this one on the other side of the mantle. But this is the Peacock. It was $30.
It's a medium.
It's a medium level. But yeah, it was $30 because it is so big. But it should be really pretty. Do you want to open it up?
Yeah, this one says it actually comes with a pair of pliers. So I'm interested in what kind of pliers you get.
Have you not had any that have come with pliers?
That comes with stuff now.
So it might be something worth keeping?
Maybe. I mean, I've got pliers.
It came, you know, it's directly from the company. I'm wondering how many sheets it has. Does it tell you that on the box?
I think it said it had 2.
So here's what it looks like. And the parrot was textured.
These are somewhat textured. Yeah, they're textured.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, here's the pliers. They're just a standard
yeah. Something for you to keep though. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean I've got pliers, but I'd much rather use needle nose pliers.
Right.
But these will work if you don't have anything.
This is Kevin's finished Peacock, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's huge. I believe it's probably the biggest one that he has. So it was more expensive, but there's a reason why, because it is massive. And he posted a picture of this if you follow him on Instagram. So I'm going to go put it in the dining room, and then I'll show you where I put this one and the parrot. So this is where I put the parrot. I put him on one pedestal, and then the other one I put on this pedestal. We have a box to open from Jason. He said, "Hi again, Tammy and Kevin. Just sending a few more foods for you both to try out that I bought from an Asian grocery chain called GW. It stands for Great Wall. I'm sure you won't like everything that I've included, but as always, I'm sure you'll at least enjoy trying new items. I don't want to influence your initial impression, so I'll just leave it at that. Hope you are both doing well. Take care. Sending love and best wishes, Jason from Maryland." Ooh, okay, so we have some cucumber flavor Lay's. I like cucumber. I don't know about cucumber chips, but this is Italian red meat flavor. I bet I'll love that. I love Italian red meat flavor. Wasabi. This is Mexican tomato chicken. That sounds good. Let's see. Oh, some stuff for Kevin and Andrew. We have some sweet beef jerky, grilled pork jerky, original beef jerky, spicy grilled pork jerky. Wow. And sweet and spicy beef jerky. Thank you very much. We've never seen those. Yeah, I was going to say that. Stuff like that is very expensive. So thank you very much. And then we have lychee. And I don't know what these are. It's like, what is that?
Mochi?
Mochi. Yeah, mochi. That's what it feels like. And then we have strawberry. Oh, okay, and he gave me the boxes. And this is durian. Okay, I see what he did.
Durian. Isn't that one that smells bad?
I think durian is the fruit that's supposed to smell really bad, right?
I think so.
Okay, so these are the boxes that they came in. Yeah. So this is strawberry mochi. So it was in the box like this, and that was very smart of him. That way it wouldn't cost a fortune to mail it, but it comes like this. That's so cute. Yeah. So thank you very much, Jason. I cannot wait to try this stuff. We are, Kevin's going to get his hair cut, but we're in the car. It's hot outside, so that I have the air conditioner on, so you'll hear that in the background. But I wanted to talk to you about some things that we've been watching this week. Well, one of the things I want to talk to you about is something that I've thought about for a month, and I just keep forgetting to tell you. I don't know how many of you all are fans of the show Trading Spaces, but it went off for years. It was on TLC, and then it came back on. And since it's been back on, I think it's been back on for like 2 seasons now. We have enjoyed it very, very much. We enjoy most of the designers and seeing how they redo the rooms, and it's just a really good show. But something that irks Kevin and I both is that they have started, since they've come back, they have like a partnership with Wayfair. And so they have a tent that has all these things from Wayfair. They have rugs and furniture and little knickknacks and lamps, all kinds of home accessories. And what happens is each family can go in and choose one thing from the Wayfair tent to use in that room.
Yeah, it doesn't come out of their budget.
Right, yeah, they have like a $2,000 budget. It doesn't come out of the budget at all. So it kills Kevin and I every time we have seen it, where the neighbors will choose like some little knickknack as the item to go in the room.
It probably costs $30.
We have both said we would be absolutely furious if we were to go on Trading Spaces. We would make the agreement with our neighbors that if we get to choose something from a tent, it needs to be a piece of furniture. Definitely a piece of furniture. I mean, because you're talking about Wayfair. Wayfair is not cheap. Wayfair, that's where we ordered our kitchen table from, and they are not cheap at all. I'm thinking we paid like $1,000 for our kitchen table, and I like it. Kevin and Ashley have said they wouldn't buy it again.
No, I like it.
Well, Ashley said she wouldn't buy it. It's really touchy about like hot and cold. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like most tables, you don't have to be that careful with hot food or cold food. That kitchen table, you have,
wet. Anything wet.
Yeah, you have to be really careful. But anyway, we always say, especially when there was one episode where somebody got like bookends, and then there was another one where somebody got like a throw or some baskets.
One person got these little gold like pencil holder things. They were this big around.
Yeah, why in the world would you do that when you could pick a piece of furniture? And Paige, who's the host of the show, she's always trying to suggest things. Like, oh, do you think that'll go in the room? And yes, I do. I do think a nice big old piece of furniture will go, because when they leave, you could sell that piece of furniture, or you could put it in another room of the house. So anyway, that's one thing I've been wanting to tell you all for months. And if you are young enough to where you never watched Trading Spaces when it was on way back, then you should watch it if you like makeover shows, because that's what it is. They're taking a room and they're making it over. So there's that show. And then Kevin and I binged watched Stranger Things, because when I talked to you all last week, I said we hadn't started it yet. Well, we watched, what, 3 episodes last night, didn't we?
4.
I think we watched 3 last night. But anyway, I know I've heard both ways. I've heard people say they like it, people say they didn't like it. I personally thought this season was better than last season.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was much better. It was so interesting, and it kept you wanting to see what's going to happen next. That's why we binged watched it, because it's like, I want to know what's going to happen next, and I didn't feel that way so much last season. I was in no hurry to finish it last season.
Season 3 wasn't as good as the first season, but I think it was much better than the second season.
Yeah, it was really good.
In the building.
And the guy, what was his name? Billy?
Yeah.
Billy, if you watch the show, I told Kevin right at the beginning, he looks like he would have been the perfect Lost Boys character. If you watch the movie Lost Boys about the vampires, he would have been really good on that show. Just know that. Then what else? I've watched, oh.
You've been watching stuff I haven't.
I watch Family Feud, and I watch The Pyramid. I think it's
10,000.
No, it's more.
100,000.
It's like $100,000 now. I think when I was young, it was the $25,000 pyramid. Now it's like the $100,000 pyramid. But I like it. It's a show that I watch by myself, and I like it a lot. But I've thought this several times too, and wanted to tell you all. I feel so sorry for the people who have waited for this opportunity their entire lives to come on this show.
On the pyramid? Or?
Yeah, on the pyramid. And then they get horrible players.
The horrible actor pair.
They get these people on there to play with them because they're celebrities. But that doesn't mean they had a woman. They had a woman on there the other day who, I'm not kidding you, English was her second language.
Yeah, it doesn't seem quite fair, does it?
No, it was not fair. She did not know, and I'm not making fun or anything like that, but she, this is a game of words.
She ruined the other person's game.
She ruined the other person's game. She didn't have a clue what things were.
Yeah.
But things that if you are American, just, you would know things. Just like if you're in the United Kingdom, there's certain British things that I don't have a clue about.
Not like cricket.
Because I wasn't raised with that. Yeah, Kevin and I do not understand cricket, do not know how to play cricket. We just don't. We've never watched it. So this woman, she ruined two people because then they switch. She works with one person and then they switch and she works with somebody else. I don't even know who this actress was. She was on something I've never seen, but I've never seen a lot. But I just think it's so unfair. We're going to the bank, so Kevin's gonna get us some money out. I think it's so unfair that that you can wait your entire life to go on the show, and then in just a few minutes this person can ruin it for you, and then that's the only opportunity you're gonna have. It's not like you're gonna get to go back on the pyramid. I think it's a shame. But I enjoy Family Feud too, and a lot of the times it's supposed to be like Celebrity Family Feud, and a lot of the times I have no idea who these people are. Sometimes it's one sports team against another, and I really don't know them, but I just enjoy watching it anyway. It's always funny. And the host, I can't think of his name, but he's hilarious, and these looks that he gives, I cannot believe I can't think of his name. I'll ask Kevin if he remembers his name, but he's so funny. And then, okay, so I wrote down the shows I wanted to talk to you about because I've been watching so many shows. I told you last week that Ashley had recommended to me the show called The Last SARS. I had not watched the show yet. And how much did you get?
15.
15? Oh, okay. I thought you would have gotten 20.
Well, that way I don't have to get change back.
So I had not watched it yet. I did not know anything about it. I watched it, and it was good. It was interesting.
That's the one Ashley was on with?
Yes. But I have to say, if you've ever watched like Showtime After Dark,
With it Cinemax. It was Cinemax.
or Cinemax. Okay, Cinemax After Dark. That's what it was. Yeah, in every episode there is a scene, and I'm trying to keep
of
this
a sexual nature.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep this nice because I know kids watch me, but I'm just letting you all know that if that's not your thing, then you definitely want to avoid the show like the plague, because there is some stuff would just disturb you. It just would it would really bother some people. But I had heard of the Romanoff family, of course, and I watched the series called The Romanoffs, which I loved. but I had heard the name Rasputin before, but I didn't know the story of Rasputin at all. So it was very, very interesting. I love the way that they did it. They could do many more historical families if they wanted to, because just the way that it was told through acting, and then they had historians, and it was very, very interesting. So if you can get over the other part, you know. And speaking of people not being able to handle certain things, that's one thing I wanted to bring up about Stranger Things, is it's graphic. So if you
like gore, it's more gory than.
Yes, I told Kevin, I said I feel like I'm watching a horror movie, because it was graphic, and so if you can't handle stuff like that, then you probably wouldn't want to watch Stranger Things, because it is graphic. And we're at the barber shop. Yeah, it says open. So you can just leave the car on for me.
Car running, you can lock the door.
I will lock the door. So there's one more show that I've been watching, and I've been watching it by myself too, so I can talk about it. Oh, okay. This was a documentary. This one is called, it was on, I found it by accident way back months ago. I told you that I watched a documentary called, I think it was called Catwalk, and it was a documentary about cats and cat shows. It was something about cats, and it was fantastic. And it documented how these people have their cats in competitions, like you would have your dog in a dog show. These were cat shows, and it was absolutely just fascinating. So I turned it on Netflix, and I think it's just recently been added, because it like popped up. You know, they give you like continue watching and all that. But this one was called Inside the Doghouse. Pretty sure that's what it's called. And I want to tell you about it, but I kind of also want to warn you. I know that a lot of you are tender-hearted, and I don't want you to watch this show if you're really, really tender-hearted. It's like an hour and a half. I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting, but if you're really tender-hearted, I don't think it's the show for you. So if you've seen it on Netflix, that's why I'm telling you about it. I kind of want to warn you against it if it's going to upset you, because frankly, there is a lot in there that probably would upset you. What it is these men. They're a couple. They have this dog shelter, but this dog rescue, and I forget what the name of the rescue is. It's their names. And so they have this dog rescue, and they have rescued more and more dogs. And I'm thinking they have like 60-something dogs that live in their house, but they live in like a 4,200 square foot house. I mean, so they have a lot of space, but space that, you know, used to be just their space is now the dogs. There is no space that isn't occupied by dogs, because they've rescued so many dogs, but they bring them home and they fix them up, and then they rehouse them. They find them new homes, and they are and they're in the horse industry, so they go around to like horse shows and stuff, and so they always bring their dogs with them. And so people that are coming to see the horse show, they know that these guys are going to be coming, and that they have the chance of adopting a dog. So, but what is upsetting is that you see a lot of the dogs, you know, there's dogs with disabilities of all different kinds, but there's also, they had to put a dog to sleep, and they actually take the dog. This dog was their dog, who was very, very old, and, you know, they said, you know, we promised the dog a good life, and we want it to die in a way that where it's not in any pain. And so anyway, they do take the dog, and that's towards the end of the show, but they do take the dog to the vet, and I mean, the camera's with them the entire time. And that quick, I'm just warning you, because I think if you're watching the show, it's not a happy show, though. I mean, it's interesting. I found it interesting, like I said, but they're really trying to get across the point that you shouldn't even get your pets from a pet store, because they are very anti-puppy mill, which I understand. They showed scenes from like puppy mills, and I've never ever knew the horrific surroundings of a puppy mill, and how these dogs are caged, and how they don't even have room their entire lives to turn around. It's disturbing. It's very disturbing. They're graphic scenes of these dogs in these puppy mills. And I mean, it's not a big part of the show, but they want you to know that you should go to a rescue instead of going, if you're seeing ads on Facebook or ads for puppies and stuff like that, and especially they said if there's like all different kinds of these breeds, then you know it's a puppy mill. And then, like I said, they talked about how you shouldn't even go to a pet store. Like, we got Chapel, our cat, we got Chapel from PetSmart. And he said people think that they're rescuing an animal. People think that by getting an animal from the pet store, you are rescuing it. He said you are not rescuing an animal. He said because chances are that animal came from a puppy mill. Now, he was talking about dogs, not cats, but still, he got his point across with me, at least. We probably paid like $75 for Chapel for a cat. Now, you can get a cat. Usually you can get a cat for free. If we had gone to like the vet, not the vet, but the animal, I can't think, I'm brain. If we had gone to the pound, then we could have gotten a cat for probably next to nothing. They usually just charge you for shots and stuff like that. But I'm thinking when Ashley wanted Chapel, for some reason I'm thinking it was like a Sunday. Of course she would pick the most difficult day. And I don't think they were open on that day. For some reason they weren't open, and we had gone to a couple places. So we ended up paying like $75 for Chapel. But now Guido, my parents bought Guido. Guido, I've talked about it before. I'm thinking, I don't remember how much money they paid for Guido. Maybe $250, $350, something like that. And we saw him as we were going on a walk, and he was with his brothers and sisters, and they were selling these puppies. And so neither one of our pets would be considered rescue pets, but if anything, watching that show, it showed me the horrors. I mean, I just had no idea. And I think that's abuse. I think these puppy mills, that is absolutely abuse. These people should be put in jail that do that. They should not be allowed to do that. And they were saying that a lot of times you can't even go to their homes, that, you know, they're going to bring the dog to you, or they're going to meet you somewhere, because they don't want you to see the conditions that this dog has been in. So that's why I'm saying that this show, if you're really tender-hearted, you will not want to watch it, because even though it's very interesting and I got something out of it, I think that a lot of you would cry. I think it would upset you. I think just seeing that dog being put to sleep would be enough to send some people over the edge, and I don't want you all to be upset. So I wanted to tell you about that too, and warn you. Big Brother, I know I've been talking for 20 minutes. Big Brother, because we binged watched Stranger Things, we're not caught up right now with Big Brother, so we record it, and so we'll probably watch it tonight. So I have no idea what's going on right now in Big Brother, but I think that's about it. We really haven't had anything going on. Yeah, that's about it. Kevin will come out in a minute with his new haircut, and I'll show it to you.
Where you going, Kroger or Walmart?
You can go to Walmart. Unless you want to go to Kroger.
No, I don't care.
Kroger disappointed me so much. By now, you all have watched my favorites or favorite of the year video. My favorite thing, literally, that I picked for the entire year were those Earl Campbell sausages, and I'll be darned if the last time we weren't at Kroger, they didn't have any. They didn't have them at all.
They have a spot for them.
No, I was so disappointed. So Kevin and I are going to have to remember to go to Kroger in Lexington, and I'm hoping that they'll have them there, because I mean, that is just so disappointing because that was literally my favorite thing of the year. So, but Kevin came out of the barber shop just now, and the first thing he does is he rubs his head like he was in the shower or something, because they don't have a vacuum connected to the trimmers, and so you get hairs all over you. Do they not put a thing around you?
They put the thing around your neck.
Yeah.
It still gets hair all over you. Yeah. And this guy, the one I went to today, he's better than the other guy, because he at least takes the hairdryer and blows you off. You know, blows the loose hairs for the most part off of you. The other guy just leaves them all over you, face and all. You got little hairs all over you. He didn't care.
At least you're wearing a gray shirt.
Yeah, yeah. With my gray hair, it goes together. You'll never notice a thing. I got that big.
No, I like this. I like this shirt. These are the ones that they're like Goodfellas or something brand. I don't know. I don't remember what the brand is, but we got them at Target, and they were in the men's department at Target, and Kevin got some and I got some too. And
they need more colors though.
Yeah, they do need more colors. I would like them to have like a navy blue and a black, a red.
They literally have blue and gray and
I would buy one.
Teal color.
They're so comfortable. Yeah, an army green would be nice, because they had one like army green, but it was long sleeved. It was different.
Yeah.
But we would have bought one in every color they had. But they only had like 4 colors, I think. So anyway, we're gonna go to Walmart because I just remembered Kevin's been eating a candy bar at night, and he's out. Something that I noticed, I was looking at one of my really, really old videos, which was creepy as heck. I meant to tell you about this. It is so creepy. And now I know I'm saying it, and some of you will go look at it, and I hate that you're gonna do that, because I watched myself. It was one of the first videos I ever made, and it was about snack foods, and I called it something like snack foods, and it wasn't in the house we're in now. It was in our old house. And so I'm going through a bunch of the snack foods we like, and just the way that I'm very rigid, and the way that I'm looking at the camera, I'm not used to talking into a camera at all, because like I said, I just started the channel, and so I'm like, we like snacks. And it was just so,
everybody's like that.
It was so creepy. It was utterly
I've watched
creepy.
Some of the guys I watch play games, and you go watch their first videos, and they're like very wooden, very robotic, you know, very no feeling,
snacks.
Yeah, no energy, no emotion. There's nothing there. It's just like they're reciting it.
Creepy as can be. But anyway, I was looking. I thought, what did we eat years ago? So I've got like 2 videos on like snack foods. One I called like how to lose weight and still eat chocolate, or something silly like that. But this one was about snack foods, and that's the one I wanted to watch. Most of the snack foods in that video, they don't even make anymore. Even I showed how I used to eat a Butterfinger candy bar every night. Now Butterfinger's not even the same Butterfinger. It's to me, I don't even like it as much. Now some people do, some people don't. I do not like it as much as the old Butterfinger. But what I found interesting was back then, you're talking about like 2007, around that time, they used to make, there was a whole section in the grocery store of 100-calorie snacks.
The white boxes.
They were white boxes, and they would say 100 calorie. And you could get like the Laura Dern, or is that her name, cookies, and you could get Chips Ahoy bars, you could get Nutter Butter bars, you could get Ritz snacks.
Which, like a Chex Mix.
Yeah, it was like a Chex Mix. They had a whole section of 100-calorie foods. Now you don't see any of them. We looked in Walmart last time we were here, because I told Kevin, I said, let's just see what they have packaged as a 100-calorie snack. They don't have any.
Not that they're selling that way.
No, I mean, they might have 100-calorie snacks, yes, but not that say this is a 100-calorie snack.
And most of the snacks I saw were like 150 or better.
Yeah. So I just thought that was very, very interesting that we've gone through a time now that it's not the 100-calorie snacks that are, it's more people are wanting protein, people are doing keto, and so it's stuff like that that's more popular. I thought it was interesting. Okay, I was just talking to you all about the 100-calorie snacks that you don't see sold as like 100-calorie snacks anymore, because that's not a big deal. So in case you have no clue what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you. This is a photo gallery that I've had on my computer forever. But there are things in here that you don't see anymore. For example, okay, so like this. These are the kinds of boxes I'm talking about. They used to have 100-calorie packs. And they used to make a deal about it just being 100 calories. And these little cakes, they were literally only about that big, but you could eat the whole thing. So I'm just going to go through some of these that I really miss and wish. I wish they still made these. Do you all remember these? They were absolutely awesome. I'm shocked that they stopped selling them. Now, these aren't 100 calorie. I'm just showing them to you because I just saw the picture and I liked them. I'm really surprised they quit selling those, though, because those were good bars. These are in that video that I showed, and I don't know why they quit selling them. Now Dole is selling these horrible, nasty, they're selling these horrible, nasty cups that I don't like at all. Will not buy them. These have come back. They were new way back in probably 2007 when I first made this folder on my computer, and now those are back. You can find those, which is good. I'm hoping they'll bring some of these other things back. Okay, these were very good. They were healthy choice, and they were little frozen yogurt cups. You got, this is what they look like. This is the vanilla bean. And they were only 100 calories, and they were absolutely delicious, and I do not know why they quit making those. Then these I wouldn't buy. I haven't seen these around, but I would not buy these again, just because, I don't know, I just don't think you get enough. At the time I was into them, but I wouldn't actually get those again. These were good. The Special K, I think we did a video of these. Pretty sure we did a long time ago. Let's see, what else do I have here? These. These, I don't think they make Kudos anymore at all. But they were only 100 calories a bar, and let me tell you, I rarely say that something is almost too sweet. These were almost too sweet. They were that sweet, and they were only 100 calories a piece. I'm still shocked that they don't make those anymore, though, because they were very, very good. Here's more of the 100-calorie snacks. Now, I'm pretty sure you can still get the almonds in bags like this, but once again, the 100-calorie, like the Nabisco boxes, you don't see these anymore. There's no section in Walmart for those boxes. Also, these were good. These were 90 calories per pack. Oreo sticks. And you see in the writing down here, it says 90 calories. So it's like at one time, this is the package. It's like at one time people were more calorie conscious, whereas now it's, you know, we're going through a phase where it's more keto. These, I'm shocked that Nature Valley, I have another better picture of one of these boxes. I'm shocked that Nature Valley doesn't make these anymore. They were only 80 calories, and I used to have one for lunch every day. I actually love these Snackwell's fudge pretzels. I'm pretty sure I've gone through all these pictures with you all before. These, I think this was just something we tried, but I don't remember eating a lot of those. These were delicious. The Betty Crocker Warm Delights, and of course this was way over 100 calories, but I'll show you. You had those were the big ones. Okay, and then these were the little ones. So you got 2 small cups in here, and they were only 150 calories. And really, for the flavor, it was well worth 150 calories. Very, very good. And of course, the bigger one that I showed you at first was more because it's double. We did a video of those a long time ago. This is a better picture of those thins. And I'm just really surprised that they quit selling them because they were good, and you know, 80 calories, you can't beat that. I'm hoping one day they'll come back. They do still sell this popcorn. I still like it. It's really good popcorn. This is probably my favorite microwave popcorn, and I buy the spray butter and I use it. These were the Pringles. They used to be 100 calorie boxes. Now the boxes that you buy, the original say 100 calories, but the cheese and the sour cream and onion say 110. And I know it's not that big of a difference, big deal, but I'm just letting you know it used to be branded for 100 calorie, and now they're not worried about that anymore. And then, okay, Kevin went through a time where he was eating these, and I don't know how many calories those are. I know they weren't very much. Oh, and here's more of those 100 calorie packages. The Sun Chips. I loved those. But yeah, that's just a couple things. 100 calorie packs of the Breyers with chocolate chip cookie pieces. I don't know how much those are now. I don't even know if they make these still anymore. But those are just a couple of things that I wanted to show you. Things that we used to, you know, because they used to very specifically say 100 calorie on them. And some things still do say 100 calorie, but then other things, you know, they're not so, they don't worry about putting that on there because people aren't into that anymore. People are more into keto. I loved these things. Loved them. And it's like as soon as I found them, they quit making them. If anybody knows of a Wheat Thins, just the Wheat Thins crackers that has this flavor, let me know because I loved that flavor. And Kevin still likes these. These you can still find. The date on this is 2009, so that shows you how old this picture is. He still buys these. He bought these a couple weeks ago. You get half of it, or more than half. Probably this much is cottage cheese, and then you get a little bitty cup of pineapple, but he really likes those still. But anyway, that's just a couple things that I wanted to show you because if you didn't know, I had forgotten about the mayonnaise being in containers like that. If you didn't know what I was talking about, crunchy nut sweet and salty. Oh, I used to drink that too. That's only 25 calories. If you didn't know what I was talking about though with the 100 calorie, then that's what I was talking about. There's the cottage cheese and pineapple. I didn't realize I had taken a picture of it. So you don't get much, but Kevin eats these, and he said, you know, it's just enough to give you that really good flavor that you want.